Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Giving you your this week's releases right on time, my friends. Hey everyone, welcome to another round of this week's releases. I've said it once, I'll say it again. The Switch is getting more and more ports of some amazing games, which we will cover today. I'm Stopes121 and welcome to the channel where we cover new releases every Sunday. So you guys have the update on what's new games are coming out so you can get your hands on them right away. If you like what you see, hit that sub button as well as that like button, and be sure that you don't forget about that bell button to be notified of any new videos coming out. Alright, I've talked enough, my friends. Let's get this video going. First up on the list today, which, again, I'll have the entire list in the description below, is Catherine, Full Body, for the Switch on July 7th. What did I say, friends? The Switch is picking up some seriously good ports, and I'm pretty sure I've said that in every single video so far. Catherine Full Body is a remake port of the 2011 Catherine video game. It was developed and published by Atlas Studio Zero team for PlayStation 4, February 14th, 2019 in Japan, and then distributed after a translation in English September 3rd for Western audiences. We follow our protagonist Vincent, who has been in a relationship with his longtime girlfriend for 5 years, Catherine, but instead of pulling the trigger and dropping the question, he finds himself in an affair with Catherine, with a C. To throw a bigger wrench in this story, we are granted to a new character in Rin, who he hopes to find solace with and have meaningful discussions with. But of course, that doesn't go as planned. Play on the go with Catherine Full Body on July 7th for the Switch. Growing up, some of my favorite games were Secret of Mana, Zelda: A Link to the Past, Chrono Trigger, and Earthbound, of course. I love the top-down 2D style artwork because, well, everyone was doing it at the time and it works so well. Even now, with a relatively newish Zelda: A Link Between Worlds and the Secret of Mana remake, I'm still drawn to those kind of games, which leads me to CrossCode, out for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch July 9th. Follow Leah as you play a game inside of a game, as she logs into an MMO of a distant future. With plenty of characters and multiple plot twists, CrossCode will hit you with a fast, action-packed, combat-filled game with just a dash of strategy thrown in for a little flair. Utilize the mechanics of a typical RPG with tons of skill, equipment, items, NPC, and quests. Trust me guys, I'll be picking this game up right away. You can even play the demo now on their website before the game is released on July 9th for Switch, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. Okay everyone, who played Castlevania Symphony of the Night? Who played it forward and then had to play it backwards, upside down? Damn, that's a lot of hands up in the air. Well, for those of you who played Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, are you ready for a sequel? Again, so many hands up in the air? I love it! Well, I'm really excited for this game. Curse of the Moon 2 brings that classic 2D action to a dark 8-bit style with modern playability, as we take control of Zangetsu, a swordman from the Far East who bears a deep grudge against any sort of demon kind, and those who summon them, we battle our way through a demonic stronghold. But don't worry friends, we aren't doing this by ourselves. Zangetsu is able to ally himself with a brand new cast of characters he meets in his campaign, and adding them to the roster. With the ability to create a demon hunting duo in 2-player local co-op, grab a buddy and take down some demon butt. Pick up Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2 on Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on July 10th. I'll see you there. One of my favorite groups to watch on YouTube that has inspired me and given me so many laughs is Funhouse. A month or so ago, thanks to Alana, they started playing a game called Deadly Premonition, which I believe she said was her favorite game of all time. Deadly Premonition, which first came out in February 2010, developed by Access Games, directed by Hidetaka Suhiro. It's a single-player survival horror game that takes place in a fictional universe centered around Greenville, Washington. Our story takes place focusing around Francis York Morgan, a detective who investigates the murder of an 18-year-old. The murder is unusual in the sense that it was a ritualistic-style murder where red seeds were found on or near her body, very similar to other murders around the United States. Deadly Premonition 2 takes place in 2005, where the hypothesis behind Deadly Premonition takes place in 2006. Could this be a pre-sequel to the first game, as one of the first cases with the red seeds present? We aren't quite sure, but my thought is that it must be. A very fascinating game that I highly recommend playing if you're looking for a thrilling, mystery-style game that treads the line between good and evil, as well as the supernatural. Come check it out on July 10th for the Switch. I think last week I mentioned that we haven't had a good racing game in quite some time. Wait, guys, what was that? Hold on for a second, I need to check this out. I need to check with the producers. Yes, I did hear it. No, I don't know what it was. Did someone have a window open while I'm recording? Wait, you're serious? 2 games? Not just 1, but 2? Okay guys, I've just heard from our producers that we're getting 2 racing games on July 10th. F1 2020 and NASCAR Heat 5 both come out for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, with F1 2020 coming out for the Stadia, as well as the other consoles that I mentioned earlier, but I'm not really quite sure why the Stadia is still surviving. Sorry, just don't see it as a strong console, but that's for another day. That's right, friends, we get 2 for the price of 1 in regards to solid racing games. Either take up the wheel in NASCAR racing alongside Kyle Busch, Joey Logana, or Bubba Wallace, or take up the reins against F1 drivers such as Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon, and Nicholas Latifi. It's your turn to drive, and with 2 games at your disposal, it's up to you which car you take. Get both on July 10th. Well, that wraps it up for another week of this week's releases. Thanks guys so much for being a part of this, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch. Again, if you guys do like what you see, hit that sub button, that like button, and also that bell button to be notified of any new videos that are coming out. Hope you guys have an absolutely fan-freaking-tastic day, and like I always say, don't forget to be awesome, don't forget to love, because, well, hell guys, we need it always, you know? Have a great day guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.